Hi, my name is Nawang Gelsen, and this presentation is for corporate accounting, and I'll be talking about income statement and cash flow statements. Income statement covers the information in relation to the transactions by which the profit of a company will be calculated, and it is being done with the help of the income and expenses undertaken by the company during a specific period. The cash used and obtained from the operations of business is involved in the cash flow from operating activities, the investment activity for the company, and other financing activities. What information must be considered by the investors? It helps investors in understanding the company's performance in profitability respect, and it also helps them to determine whether they are paying the required returns to the other investors. The amount that is being paid as dividends is presented in the cash flow statement, and with the help of it, it is identified at what rate payments are being made. In the areas of cash sources, the collections are made by all companies from the customers to whom the service and the products are being provided. In this, excuse me, all the areas are involved, and with that, the companies also collect cash from loans and the borrowings that were being made. Cash is also raised with the help of the issue of shares that has been undertaken by Fantastic Limited. In the cash disbursement part, implies to the cash that has been used by the companies in various areas. The most important is in the use for the payment to suppliers and also to the staffs for the purchase and the salaries respectively. The loans which have been undertaken by the company are repaid with the help of cash funds. There are dividend payments which are involved in cash form, and also the capital expenditures are incurred by the help of available cash funds. Let's look at some aspects of decline or increase in dividends. The BHP Limited has made regular payments of dividends, and that it is increasing in a continuous manner. And owing to this upward trend, uh, which makes the amount rise from dollar 2,921 to dollar 11,395. The same payment is not made by Fantastic Limited, and so there is no trend involved. The payment of dividend started in Santos Limited from 2018, in which a payment of $73 million was made and increased to $251 million. Let's look at the capital expenditure movements. The involvement of the trend is not available with Santos Limited, as it is making different expenses each year. There is an involvement of upward trend for BHP, and that made the expense from $3,724 to $7,377 in a span of just 3 years. It is now determined that Fantastic Limited is making less capital expenditure each year, as expense in 2017 was $989, but with a continuous decline it reached to $151 in 2019. Let's compare the areas of the strengths. Fantastic Limited has faced shortage of cash, and to meet this shortage of cash, the company has raised funds with the issue of its shares. This prevented the company from having additional borrowing, which increases the other costs of the company. BHP is maintaining high cash flow from operations, which shows its high level of efficiency and management in carrying out its operations. And the strength of Santos Limited is also related to its cash flows, which are managed, and it's meeting the capital expenses for the most of the years. The strongest among all of these three company is BHP Limited. Uh, they have an appropriate cash balance required and to meet various expenses and payments which arises from time to time, and by the consideration of the same, the lending should be made to BHP Limited as it will fulfill all the requirements effectively. To sum it all up, the information content in respect of various statements has also been ascertained, and with that, their use for investors is also identified. The movements which have taken place and trend that is framed with that also have been determined. BHP has been selected by the results of the analysis and will be considered for lending. Thank you.